Okay, this is the part 2 of the strategic role that procurement plays. We talked about the first two objectives that have to do with profitability and risk management. And in this last part, we'll be talking about relationship management and due diligence all in one. And I want you to think of it this way. The art of procuring or buying is a relationship. And the person with the best networks wins the day or wins the best deal. But when we're thinking about relationships, I want you not to think about it in the abstract. I want you to think about it even as just as a normal relationship, even boy and girl. There are several things that contribute to the stability of any relationship. And why I'm talking about relationships, anyway, let's go. Communication is one of them over here. Then you have trust is another. Then you have the exchange of whatever will be exchanged between the two parties. So if there are many other aspects, but if we were to look at a relationship building blocks, these three over here will be the most important aspects. And these will define even the nature of relationship, because we say in procurement you have two types of relationships. The first one is this type, where you have party 1 and party 2 over here. Party 1 gives the information or communicates. Party 2 exchanges the information for goods, and there is money flowing between party 1 and party 2. This is what we call a one-off relationship. Now, understanding the dynamics of the relationship is important, because it will affect how the negotiation process, which is handled by the procurement department, will be handled. Now, if this is a one-off relationship, that means if this is the supplier and this here is the buyer wants the lowest price and the highest quality. The supplier, on the other hand, wants the highest price but give the least in the process. Therefore, it is not a win-win situation. It is a win-lose situation. And if it is a win-lose situation, it will affect the dynamic of the negotiation approach. It is no longer about we. It is about I want the lowest price and I want the highest quality. The supplier says, I want the highest price and I want to give the least in the process. It is not a repeat transaction. You will not likely get this as a repeat transaction, because it's just basically I want something from you, then give it to me and we're done. The second type of relationship here is you have party 1 here and party 2 here. This here is a short-term relationship. This nature of a relationship is a long-term relationship, where we are overlapping our interests. In other words, it's no longer I win, you lose. We need both parties to win in the process. And again, this will affect the nature of the negotiation and the end contract that will be signed. Now, when we're talking about due diligence, the best person who can be able to tell the distinction between this and this over here and negotiate for a very good deal that benefits the organization and signs the right contract for the organization is the procurement department. You cannot leave this to the accounting department. You cannot leave this to the HR department. You cannot leave this to a non-specialist. This whole process over here can only be done by a procurement specialist, because there is a very unique way we approach a win-lose relationship, and this we'll be talking about it in negotiation skills and relationship management as a unit. there is a unique way in which we approach a win-win relationship, how we negotiate for terms to get the best deal out of it, and how we sign those contracts. Again, this whole aspect is a unit in itself, and it's very, very important in procurement. So I think I've concluded the first part of this series about strategic role of procurement. If you have any question, please don't forget 0721937709 or my email. Thank you very much.